Let's take a look at the best new features on the 5th generation iPad Air. Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining. Let's go through the best new features on the 5th generation iPad Air, starting with some improvements to the cameras. And I'm talking about both the front-facing and rear cameras. On the back of the iPad, Apple did not upgrade the sensor itself, but thanks to the new silicon on the inside, has improved dynamic range for 4K video and smart HDR4. On the front-facing camera, we have even more improvements. Apple has adopted center stage, so as you go ahead and move around on your iPad, the camera can follow you. This works when you're taking a FaceTime call, as well as many third-party applications such as Zoom. It has a very wide 122-degree field of view to make sure you or a group of people are all in frame at the same time. Then we have an upgraded sensor itself. It is now a 12 megapixel camera sensor versus only 7 megapixels. So it goes from 7 to 12 megapixels, as well as that new 122-degree field of view, which if you want to see what that looks like, we can go ahead and take a selfie here. This is the standard view, but if we zoom out, here is that full 122-degree field of view. It is very, very wide. We also have time-lapse video with stabilization on that front-facing camera with lens correction and cinematic stabilization. Briefly, here are a few sample photos using that new front-facing camera that's been upgraded to 12 megapixels. It does overall very good and is improved with smart HDR support as well. Number 2 on the list of top new features are some improved colors. My favorite of all the new colors has to be the blue. The previous generation had a light blue, but this new darker blue is just stunning. I love this color so much, and I wish Apple was bringing it to more products because it is just really great to see. And it's kind of even hard to pick up on camera because how reflective it is. It can look lighter, it can look darker. It's just absolutely amazing. For the other colors, we can go ahead and list them out. We have space gray, as always, a good standby. Silver has been replaced by starlight. We have pink, purple, and the new blue. Comparatively, you can see the previous colors there at the bottom. Rose gold became pink, green is gone, and sky blue becomes blue. If we get time out for a moment, I gotta thank our sponsor for this video, Baseus. Baseus has you covered for all your charging needs with its new Super Sci Pro quick charger. This dual output 30-watt device is ready to charge all of your gear, from Apple Watch to iPhone to iPad. This charger is tiny, measuring in at 83% smaller than Apple's own 30-watt charger. And Baseus developed its own super-sized silicon-based chip on the inside that allows us to be fast, efficient, and safe. If you use only that USB-C port, you can get up to 30 watts of power, which will fast charge an iPhone 13, getting you 50% charge in only 30 minutes. If you decide to use 2 ports, you can still get 18 watts of USB-C power and an additional 12 watts from that backwards compatible USB-A port. These things aren't just fast, they're also safe. There are 9 built-in circuitry protections, which make sure that this will charge your device fast to 50% before switching to safety mode to ensure your device will never be damaged from overcharging. Being so compact, these things are great for travel. With 100 volt to 240 volt compatibility, they're safe to charge anywhere in the world. If you guys want to grab your own Baseus Super Sci Pro quick charger, you can go ahead and grab one in black or white at the links down below in the description. Thank you again to Baseus for sponsoring this video and making it possible. Now, let's go ahead and jump back to our main content. Picking up the list again with number 3, we have an improved USB-C port on the latest 2022 iPad Air. Apple has upgraded the port, and it is now a USB 3.1 Gen 2 port, which is capable of up to 10 gigabits per second of data. That is twice the data rate of the prior generation iPad Air. Additionally, that allows it to support larger displays, such as the new Studio display. Number 4 is 5G. Apple has added an option for 5G cellular on the iPad Air instead of just LTE. Now, it doesn't support millimeter wave like we see on the iPad Pros, but it does support the sub 6 gigahertz bandwidth, which is more common. Finally, that brings us to the new M1 processor on the inside. This is a big upgrade. Apple is no longer sticking with the A-series chip on the iPad Air, and instead it is using the same silicon as its Mac line and its iPad Pro line. So now the iPad Air has as much performance and power as the 11 and 12.9-inch iPad Pros. Here are our Geekbench results, which are stunning. They're great, and they are pretty much on par with what we got for the iPad Pros. It is an 8-core CPU, an 8-core GPU, and a 16-core neural engine, which is twice as good graphics and 60% improved performance. Grab one for yourself at the link down below in the description.